In this video, I wanted to show you how I do my everyday face, okay? First of all, I have already done, of course, my morning skincare routine, which is the TimeWise Repair set. That is my favorite, that is my go-to, and I absolutely love it. So I've already done that, so I've completed my skincare, and then the next thing I'm going to put on is my foundation primer. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on here in my fingertips like that. Just a tiny, tiny bit of this goes a long way. And what I'm going to do is just kind of warm it up into my hands, and I'm literally going to just apply it like that, just nice and easy. It feels like silk on your skin. And foundation primer, of course, you know, preps the skin like a primer for the foundation, which helps it last longer and looks more flawless and smooth. So I absolutely love that. And ours actually has an SPF 15 in it, which is great too. So I apply that first to kind of let it sit, and then I go right into my eyes. So I have already applied one of my favorite go-tos, which I still have, is our pale blush cream to powder eyeshadow. Absolutely love this product. So I used it as a base. I already applied that. And then I'm going to go into my all over shadow brush, which is going to go all over my eyes here with my lightest color first. So I'm going to use this one. Here's kind of my little palette that I have put together. I'm going to put Biscotti actually on my lids, and I'm just kind of tapping it all around like that. And this is just to get another little bit of color and maybe even kind of brighten up around the eye. I also finished this look with a little bit in the center of the eye as well, but I'll go back and do that in just a moment. So, okay, so I did Biscotti there, and then the next color I absolutely love, I have recently fallen in love with, is Soft Heather. It is super pretty. It's kind of a lavender color. It's a matte. These two that I'm using first here are mattes. So I'm using the eye crease brush. So I love that because it goes right in the crease. I love Mary Kay's brushes because they tell you exactly where to put the product. There's no mystery with our products here. So, and I just kind of go like that and go like that. It's kind of like a sideways V, backwards V. And I just put a little bit in the corners like that. And that's my all over, or no, I'm sorry, this is my eye crease brush. I'm just kind of applying the color right there, and sometimes I even tap it just to settle the color right where it needs to be. I'm gonna go back and blend, of course. So I will do that in just a moment. But the next color that I'm going to put on is actually, just so I can get a gauge here, I'm gonna put on Sweet Plum. That's one of my go-to plum colors. Now this does have a little bit of shimmer in it, and I'm just gonna kind of go along the lash line like that. And I'm probably going to go back over this again as well. I'm looking down here at my mirror, but I like doing that just to kind of get like, okay, what does my color actually look like right now? So I know kind of the depth of color that I'm using. Okay, so then I'm going to go back over with the Soft Heather, but with a blending brush, and just kind of blend it out a little bit more. You know, kind of tapping and blending, and that's just to give it kind of that softer look. So I'm using a different brush here. This is our blending brush. It's also a cream color brush, excuse me, that you can use. So this one or the all over powder brush would be good to use. So anyway, so that gives me a little bit of my eye color there. So again, that was Soft Heather, Biscotti, and a little bit of line on the top there, and I'm going to use this other side to just go like that. So I just kind of draw a line. Do you guys see how easy it is? Oh my gosh. Like, you cannot mess this up. And sometimes people think they have to do a long line of color, but actually the shorter little strokes are just fine, because in a moment, once that dries, I'm going to go back over it with my smudger brush, and then I will close out the color of my eyes with that. So the smudger brush just right over those colors. So now I'm going to take the black eyeliner with Mary Kay. Absolutely soft. I love these eyeliners. And I'm actually going underneath my eye like that to kind of get in. Oopsie. See, I messed up. When you're not looking in the mirror, that's what happens, right? There we go. Nothing that can't be fixed, right? Clean that up in just a second. So anyway, I like to put it underneath there, and then I'm also going to go underneath my eye, kind of on the lid and all the way across. It just kind of gives me a little bit more depth of color again and kind of frames the eyes. And again, as you can see, it doesn't have to be perfect right when you put it on, because I'm gonna go back up and clean everything up and make it look perfect afterwards. Okay, so then I let the eyeliner dry for a moment. So now what I'm gonna do, and I usually tap my brush, is go back over it though, but from the outside in with the smudger brush with the Sweet Plum on it, just on top of that black line. So see how it kind of smoked it out just a little bit? I'll go back underneath in just a moment. But there you go. It just kind of smokes it out. All right, so there's that. So now what I love to do next is my lash primer. Oh my gosh, if you haven't used a lash primer, it's amazing. I know it sounds like it might be one extra step, but it makes a world of difference when you apply your mascara. So it is a clear coat that you put on. Literally, you're not gonna see it. I even have moms that have teenagers that use this as their clear mascara for their young teenage daughters, because they don't want them wearing makeup just yet, but they are willing to give them a clear mascara, so it makes them think that they're wearing mascara. Okay, so then there's the lash primer. It doesn't even really have to dry, in my personal opinion, all that much before you apply your mascara, but again, it primes. It helps to get your mascara on. This is funny because I cannot open my mascara wand. That is hysterical. I can't open it because my hands are wet from the primer. One sec. Oh my gosh, how funny. All right, we're not gonna use the Ultimate, even though this is the Ultimate mascara, but I, like, for the life of me, cannot open that up right now, so I'm gonna jump to my second favorite mascara, which is our Lash Love mascara in black. Absolutely love this one too. Love these bristles because it just kind of combs out the color nicely, or the color, it helps to separate your lashes really nice, and it's not real thick either. I like the Ultimate sometimes, and I even layer them both. So sometimes I will put Ultimate and Lash Love together. Layering mascaras is a big thing. You want to be able to do that and give the eyes the way they pop. So, all right, so there you go. I've done a little bit of that. Need just to double check with my actual mirror here. Isn't it fun doing all this stuff now? Okay. All right, so notice I did not do the bottom yet because I'm gonna do my foundation still. But before that, I'm gonna wrap up with my brows to kind of finish up the eye look. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of comb out my brows a little bit. And we have our new eyebrow eyeliner brush. So it's got the liner brush on the side and then the spoolie on the other. And then my new most favorite, volumizing brow tint. I use dark blonde. And it's like a little mascara wand for your eyebrows. And it gives them just enough fiber to kind of plump them up a little bit and make them look a little bit more apparent. Oopsie. And I goofed there as well. Again, we can fix that. Not a big deal. I do kind of brush it off that way, so that way it's not, you don't get too much color, because as you can see, it does not take much. Now this is what I call the lazy woman's brow because I'm doing a quick face here. And the reason for that is because just that brow tint for my brows covers them just enough and lifts them up, gives them enough volume for me so that it just gives me enough color for the day. Now, normally if I was going out though, and this was gonna be like my going out face, then I would definitely use my Precision Brow Liner, which is really great because it's a nice a narrow tip, and it just makes it look like your your eyebrows are so just like perfect. They're amazing. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting on my foundation. So I am using our new TimeWise Luminous 3D foundation. and absolutely love this. And I'm actually mixing a matte and a luminous together. The reason I like that is because the luminous for me is just a little too luminous. The matte is a little too matte, so just mix them together and you're good to go, right? So now I'm applying that with our liquid foundation brush, and I'm just gonna go around here. I absolutely see how I'm going underneath my eye so it cleans up any of that mess that you may have created accidentally. So to be honest, this is my 5-minute face, but I know I'm taking longer to show it to you, so it's probably more like my 15-minute face because I'm talking through this whole thing. But I can do this in a hurry. I don't know about you guys, but I like my sleep, so I am all about doing it quick, fast, and easy. Notice I'm kind of going this way around my eyes just to make sure I'm not pulling and tugging in the wrong spots there. Okay, perfect. All right, so that was luminous. I'm wearing N160, just so you know the color that I am using. Now that I've put that on, what I'm going to do next is finish up the eyes with something. This is a new little trick that I discovered that I absolutely love. So we always have this kind of joke around Mary Kay as to, you know, what would be like your one product that if you were on a deserted island and like there was seriously like nobody even still on the island, that you would still use which product. And that for me would be this under eye corrector. Absolutely love it. So under eye corrector is a little different from concealer, but today what I'm gonna do is actually mix the two. So under eye corrector only comes in one color, and it's got a peach hue to it, and that is because it's helping to cover up the dark blue-ish circles, right? But today what I'm doing is a trick here. I'm combining the Perfecting Concealer in Deep Ivory with the under eye corrector. Now, if you have multiple brushes, then as you can see, I'm just putting it, as you can see, on the corner of my hand. Then what you want to do is literally just tap it on the inside of your eye. This is like where the shadowy area, it makes it look like we're tired, right? So we got to get that, especially if you are blondies like me, fair skin especially. But right in this little area, you want to, I'm going to put just a little bit more of the corrector. And having your own tube, you can literally just like dab it like that. And like I said, if you have a brush, then use the brush. But like I said, when I'm doing my 5-minute face, I may not have that second brush handy because I'm in a hurry. But now we're not all really in a hurry, are we? I'm going to do just a tab there to fix that. All right, so then I'm going to finish up my eyes with the Lash Love mascara on the bottom, just so that is all done there. I love the Lash Love because it separates the lashes so well, especially on the bottom. All right, there we go. Okay, we've got our brows, we got our eyes, we have our foundation. So then the only last two things I put on are my cheek color and then my lipstick to wrap it up. So I am putting on a cheek color called Darling Pink. And I'm using, of course, our cheek color brush. And I'm gonna start back here and just kind of do little circles, kind of. You know, there's lots of ideas on how to contour and all of that. On my 5-minute face, there's no contouring happening. I'm literally just putting on this color. Just kind of going around like that. Gives me just enough life in my cheeks. And then I am going to finish it up with my latest favorite lipstick. This is one of our semi-shines. Hello. And it's called Raspberry Ice. So again, not putting liner on because this is my 5-minute face. There we go. All right, ta-da, that is it. So here's my 5-minute face, fluff up my hair, and I'm ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video.